Hey folks, this is Billy DKY, the truth seeker that simplifies and demystifies. This is going to be my human gravity video. And I've had a couple experiences that have really been, sort of mystical and complicated, and I couldn't really make sense of it. And basically I finally was like, I was dreaming about it the other morning, and just dreaming about gravity and how things really work, combining my scientific knowledge with my spiritual knowledge, and it was just melding together, combining. I was like, I get it now. It sort of makes sense. So like I tell people, I simplify things and demystify them. I don't let them stay complicated, because when it's complicated and mystical, that means you really just don't have a clue what you're talking about. Okay. We all know that gravity is 9.8 meters per second, but how does that really help you in your ordinary day life? It doesn't. So how can we use gravity, the concept of gravity, to make our life more interesting or help us get a little more understanding? Okay, so that's what this video is sort of about. And so let me just describe the experience I had. I have a soulmate, and I was being drawn to her, and something said, you need to go there, and I was like, well, I don't want to go there. I want to go this way. And and basically when I say it's something, that unconscious said, you need to go that way. And I was like, and I had a couple experiences where I went against that feeling, and I wind up having to do it anyway. So I just said, okay, fine. I don't want to go this way. I'll go that way. And boom, sure enough, she was there. And I was like, wow. I mean, when you have those experiences, it sort of, you're like, how did that happen? I consciously could not have known it. It was absolutely amazing, and basically what I've come to realize is basically human gravity. Okay. And basically she had more essence probably than I did. That's why I was being drawn to her, and she wasn't being drawn to me. But I think that's going to change over time with my spiritual path, me growing. But nonetheless, here's the ultimate truth. Everything is energy. When I say energy, I don't mean keyed up. I mean everything. This pen is energy. I'm energy. The air is energy. Everything you see is energy. So basically what I see that experience was, she had more energy. I was being drawn to her. At least that's the way I see it anyway. Okay. So let's look at some examples of how this human gravity thing sort of works. Okay, and I've mentioned this previously in one of my top 5 tweets of the week, or maybe in top 10 tweets of the week. But talking about Hollywood, the actor or actresses at the center. And notice they call them stars, which the sun's a star, so it's the center, and the planets revolve around it. And really, it's the same concept. The person is the person with the more essence. When I say essence, that it factor, the energy of life, however you want to call it, has more essence, and all the little fans are just revolving around it because they have less essence, and they're sort of being drawn to that person. And you also see this in relationships too, like with humans and dogs. Humans have more essence than dogs, and so the human's the center, and the dog revolves around it. And if you've been, if you have a pack of dogs, you're on a farm, and it's sort of obvious they're always running around. The human's sort of stable, and it's sort of interesting. And you also see this in friends too. Typically, there'll be one friend that's the center, and the other person that sort of revolves around them a little bit, and it's really sort of interesting. And back to the dog and human thing, the dogs in a way sort of coddles the humans' God complex, and some of us, we probably wouldn't like to admit it, but we have God complexes. And you see it with spouses and husbands. Typically, the wife is more goes around the husband, and sometimes it's the opposite way. But if you watch the relationship, you'll see it. Sometimes it'll be more equal, and they'll be revolving around each other equally, but you'll see it. And sort of going back to that other experience, Lao Tzu said, be truly whole, and all things will come to you. So basically what it's saying is, if you really follow your spiritual path and become a complete person, whole within yourself, what you need will come to you, because your essence will draw it in. And I know it may seem weird, but the stuff really does work. It works on a level that your conscious mind has a hard time understanding. Okay. And basically you're seeing this every day in your ordinary day life. Like, let's say you're in somewhere and somebody walks in to a place, boom, as soon as you see them, you're automatically determining their essence or human gravity, and you're either being pulled or drawn either way based on the difference in gravity and, you know, human gravity or essence between the two. And so I don't know, it's just, I don't know, like I say, you're experiencing it all the time. You also see it when two guys are walking down the street. They know, as soon as they look at each other, they know who has more essence. And the sometimes, you know, the guy that has lesser essence don't like that fact, and he gets, you know, give an angry look, you know, and basically the guy with more essence, hey, how's it going? And you know, the guy with the lesser let go of his fear and whatnot. And I don't know, it's just really interesting. I haven't really got it quite totally figured out, but I'm really starting to figure it out. Like I say, I had a little revelation on it maybe like a month ago or so, but like I say, I had this experience about a year ago, and I couldn't figure it out, and I basically had to back it up to the most fundamental understanding that everything is energy. And so once I did that, and it just sort of fell into place. So anyway, I thought it was interesting, worth sharing, and it might help you look at your life experiences, you know, a little bit richer instead of just blah, mundane, stagnant. Anyway, folks, if you wouldn't mind, please rate the video, and until next time, later, folks.